Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something fundamental. What does a safe harbor actually mean? We picture this calm place, away from it all.
Right, like a perfect escape.
But maybe real safety isn't about hiding. Maybe it's about, well, rebuilding right in the middle of the storm.
That's such a great way to put it because it's not just a place, is it? It's more of a process. Often it comes right after terrible loss, and it takes real courage to build something new when everything you relied on is gone.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We're looking into excerpts from Danielle Steele's novel, Safe Harbor.
Yeah, a book people have said explores important issues and those kind of bittersweet verities of life. It really gives us a lens on how loss can just reshape everything.
How it redefines family, sparks resilience you didn't know you had.
Exactly. We want to unpack the emotional world of these characters, see how, even when things are incredibly dark, new ways to feel safe, new connections can sort of emerge.
Okay, let's start with Ophélie. The story opens, and her world has just been completely shattered. It's 9 months after a plane crash took her husband, Ted, and her son, Chad.
Yeah, the book describes her feeling like her life was over, just this endless lethargy.
And feeling 100 years old, although she was 42. It's heavy stuff.
It really is. The author uses words like paralyzed by grief. She's withdrawn, can't connect, almost like a robot.
That robot description is chilling. It's not just sadness. It sounds like a total system shutdown.
It absolutely is. This isn't just grieving. It's like a deep paralysis, physically, psychologically. That robot thing really drives home how cut off she is from the world, from herself, even from Pip, her daughter who survived.
Yeah, her old safe harbor isn't just damaged. It's gone. Completely destroyed. She's totally adrift.
And that profound grief, it obviously has a huge impact on her daughter, Pip. She's 11.
With red curly hair and freckles, the book says.
Yeah.
And she's left trying to navigate this emotional emptiness, mostly by herself.
Right. The source describes her as solitary in her pursuits. Finds comfort mostly with her dog, Moose.
She sounds very observant, but lonely. Craving connection, but often just retreating to her room. It's quite heartbreaking, thinking of a kid carrying that.
It really highlights something, doesn't it? How kids suffer, often silently, in these situations. Her quietness isn't just her personality, it's how she's coping because her mom is just not there emotionally. And there's this poignant bit where the author shows Pip wondering if her mother is sadder because Chad died, not her.
Oh, that's rough.
It really is. It taps into how kids process grief, how they see their own value when tragedy hits the family. You can feel her longing for connection. And that longing, well, it kind of sets the stage for the next character we meet.
Right, that weight on Pip is so clear. And it leads us, perfectly to Matthew Bowles. His own solitude makes him sort of an unexpected mirror to Pip's situation.
He's this reclusive artist living in a small, weather-beaten cottage down at the public end of the beach.
He's described as solitary, too. He pulled back after a really painful past, right? His ex-wife, Sally, kept him from his kids, Robert and Vanessa, for 6 years.
Yeah, 6 long years. So he's kind of built this quiet life, just painting, keeping to himself. He tells Ophélie later he was just living day to day, pretty content with his Spartan existence. He'd lost a lot too.
So you've got these 3 really isolated people all carrying so much pain.
And they're about to collide, almost by accident. It's fascinating. Matt's cottage being at the public end of the beach, it's like symbolic,
So.
Well, he's chosen isolation, but he's right there at the edge of where people are. Still separate, but maybe reachable. The author puts him right there, ready to be pulled back into the human stuff he tried to leave behind.
And Pip is the one who pulls him back.
She is. It's this moment of serendipity, as the source calls it. Pip sees him painting, walks right up.
Just watches him, right? Silently at first.
Yeah, and then he offers her a sketch pad, a pencil, and she asks him this wonderfully direct question. How do you draw the boats if they aren't there?
Kids, right. Straight to the point.
Exactly. And that simple question from this kid who somehow sees past his defenses, it seems to just kind of pierce through that shell he's built.
It really does.
Yeah.
And this innocent connection becomes the thread that starts pulling things apart, or maybe pulling them together.
Together, I think. Matt, even with his own scars and, he believed kids crept right into your soul, and then it hurt like hell when you removed them.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's still drawn to Pip. Notices her haunting cognac-colored eyes, feels the sudden sense of responsibility, sees his own daughter, Vanessa, in her.
And when he shows her how to draw her dog's legs.
Moose's back legs, yeah. It's more than just drawing. The book calls it an instant bond. It's this shared moment, a real opening for Matt.
And that's where their paths really start to cross, pulling them out of their, their separate miseries, even if they don't quite see it yet.
And this bond, it develops really fast, almost instinctively. Pip, who's barely talking to her own mother.
Starts confiding in Matt.
Right. Tells him her mom never eats. Or not very often, anyway. She's gotten very thin.
And the fact she tells Matt that, not someone else, speaks volumes.
It really does. It gives Matt this crucial window into just how deep Ophelie's grief is, the double loss she suffered. And it shows how desperate Pip is for someone to talk to. She's starving for connection, even if her mother isn't literally starving.
Makes you think about what kids pick up on, what they hold inside when there's no one to tell.
But then things get complicated. Ophélie finds out about Pip's secret friend.
And she explodes.
Totally. Pure fury. But the author says it's born of fear. She accuses Matt of having evil intentions, threatens police.
Yells at Pip in French and English, "Je t'interdis, I forbid you." It's intense.
It really shows her protective side just clashing violently with her own trauma and her terror of losing anything else. She can only see the worst-case scenario, danger everywhere.
Well, Matt just sees this lonely kid.
Exactly, and a connection forming.
Yeah.
But Ophelie's reaction, raw as it is so telling about her state.
Yet Matt's response is surprising. He's hurt, obviously, by the accusations.
Deeply wounded, but he manages empathy. He recognizes she deserved a little leeway given all she'd been through.
That's pretty remarkable, considering his own history with betrayal. It's more than just letting it go. It's like he understands her pain.
It is, and he makes the effort, right. Apologizes to Ophélie, tries to keep that connection with Pip going, and eventually, Ophélie does soften.
Especially when she sees Pip missing him.
Yeah, she actually takes Pip to the beach so Pip can apologize to him. That's a huge shift for her, moving past that initial paralysis.
A real breakthrough.
Yeah.
And as Ophélie starts to, tentatively re-engage, partly because of Matt, partly her grief group, she looks for volunteer work.
She ends up at the Wexler Center homeless shelter, thinks maybe she'll just answer phones.
But that's not what happens, is it?
Not at all. The author shows her getting drawn into the really intense stuff, the outreach work out on the streets, which can be dangerous.
She even tells Matt she feels comfortable doing it, that the people she works with are skilled, and she doesn't even feel at risk out there anymore.
It's almost like facing other people's raw suffering is her way of reconnecting with life. A risky kind of healing, maybe.
And Matt sees that risk much more clearly. He tells her, "I'm a lot more worried that someone is going to put a bullet in your head."
Which is intense. And then he says, "You and Pip mean a great deal to me." His heart was at risk now, too.
Wow. That's a huge admission from him, the guy who swore off emotional attachments.
It shows how much he's opened up. He recognizes the vulnerability that comes with loving people again.
And then his worst fears come true. Ophélie gets shot doing the outreach work.
Yeah, 3 bullets at close range, critical condition, just awful.
A terrible event, but it throws Matt and Pip together even more tightly.
For Pip, it must have echoed losing her dad and brother, pure terror. And for Matt, it cements his role. He rushes to the hospital, takes charge, stays with Pip, sleeps in the waiting room, becomes her rock.
That's when he first tells Pip, "I love you," isn't it?
Yes. In that shared crisis, he sees how much she needs security, affection. It's tragic, but that event really forges their bond into something unbreakable, shows how crisis can sometimes solidify connections.
So this intense shared experience, it actually speeds up their healing in unexpected ways.
It does. And while Ophélie is recovering, Matt's own story takes this incredible turn.
His estranged son, Robert, just shows up.
Knocks right on his door. He finally found him. And Robert reveals that his mother, Sally, Matt's ex, had been intercepting Matt's letters all those years.
No, lying to the kids, telling them Matt abandoned them.
Exactly. So Matt gets reunited with his daughter, Vanessa, too. He realizes he's been cheated out of them for long enough. He tells Ophélie going to see her was one of the best things I've ever done.
It's like his own lost safe harbor is suddenly being rebuilt.
It's such a powerful parallel, isn't it? Both he and Ophélie are finding new connections right when they thought that part of life was over.
And his reconciliation is not just a plot twist. It shows how strong family ties can be, how destructive lies are.
And Matt's courage to reconnect after all that pain, it mirrors Ophélie's own bravery in her healing. It suggests that, yeah, even after terrible suffering, you can still lay foundations for a new life.
Okay, so just when things seem to be settling into a new kind of normal, maybe?
Yeah. Another emotional earthquake?
A huge one. It involves Andrea, Ophelie's best friend, Pip's godmother.
Andrea confesses this devastating secret. Her baby boy, William, he's Ted's child. Ted, Ophelie's late husband.
Oh my God. Andrea's dying. Ovarian cancer.
Yes. And her dying wish is for Ophélie to adopt William.
That's almost unimaginable. Talk about a bombshell, the betrayal, the grief, the responsibility.
Think about what Ophélie is facing there. Forgiving that level of betrayal from her husband, from her best friend, and then choosing to raise their child.
How do you even process that?
It forces you to rethink everything about forgiveness, right? It's not just letting go of anger. It's actively choosing to build something new, even on the ruins of the old.
And she does it. With Matt's support, she says yes.
She does. She realizes William is Pip's half-brother, that it wasn't the baby's fault. It's just this monumental act of compassion, redefining family completely, moving way beyond biology to choice, empathy, embracing the future, however complicated.
And that choice, that incredible acceptance, leads to them getting married, Matt and Ophélie.
Forming this new, really complex family. Matt's kids, Robert and Vanessa, are back in his life. Now there's Pip and baby William.
The priest at their wedding kind of sums it all up, doesn't he? Talking about bringing lives and families together, the resurrection of the spirit, sorrows of past lives being healed.
It really lands the theme. That also shows it's not just random people thrown together. It's like weaving all these broken threads into something new and meaningful. They develop a definite family air.
And Matt even goes to Pip's father-daughter school dinner, something Ted wasn't good at.
Yeah. It's a small detail, but so significant. Shows how new connections can heal old wounds and even fill gaps left by people who are gone. It hammers home that central idea. A safe harbor is built. You build it by connecting, forgiving, loving, even when it feels terrifyingly risky.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what we've seen is this incredible journey, healing, redefining what safe harbor means. Ophélie comes back from being that robot, finds purpose, survives incredible trauma.
And Matt transforms from this guarded loner, gets his kids back, embraces this whole new family. Their story just speaks volumes about how connection can heal the deepest wounds.
The story really pushes back against traditional ideas of family, too. Ophélie, Matt, Pip, their bond grows through everything they face together.
From drawing Moose's legs.
Right, to Matt supporting Ophélie in grief group, being there when Pip gets hurt, when Ophélie recovers.
And then Andrea's secret, Ophélie adopting William. Their marriage, it all culminates in this blended, chosen family. It's not a fairy tale ending. It feels earned, a victory of the human spirit.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, our listener. This dive into safe harbor suggests a true safe harbor isn't just a place or escaping pain. It's something you build. With courage, vulnerability, being willing to redefine life after loss.
Yeah, the characters choose to put down roots and enjoy life with the people who sit under it instead of trying to shake the tree or chop it down.
So the question for you is, what does it mean for you to build a new safe harbor when the old ones get wrecked by the tides of life?
Is real safety found by retreating, building walls, or is it in bravely opening your heart again to new connections, even knowing they might be turbulent, choosing to connect, to love again, knowing life can and probably will hurt them given the opportunity? Maybe that is the biggest act of faith, the most courageous thing of all.